I remember waking up to chaos that day like it was yesterday, my body aching from some unknown cause, my senses heightened beyond belief. The world around me felt twisted, distorted, and wrong. I looked down at myself and realized my flesh was no longer human. I had transformed into some kind of monster. My brain raced as I tried to piece together memories of what happened prior to this moment, trying desperately to make sense of the madness surrounding me. And then it hit me. I remembered now. An alien invasion had occurred, one that caused our planet to buckle under the weight of its cruelty and oppression. These extraterrestrial invaders, with their xenomorph abilities, were responsible for transforming us mere humans into hideous creatures, and they planned to eliminate us completely. This was more than just science fiction. It was happening right here, right now, and we were powerless to stop them. But deep down, I knew I wasn't going down without a fight. No matter how difficult it seemed, I would protect what little was left of our world and end these nightmarish beings once and for all. With newfound strength fueled by rage, I tore through buildings, seeking revenge on those monstrous entities. They scattered in fear whenever they saw me coming. Somehow, I was immune to whatever weaponry they had used to subjugate us previously. Perhaps our transformation made us stronger, or perhaps their arsenal was weakening after prolonged exposure to our atmosphere. Whatever the reason, I took full advantage of my enhanced capabilities. Over time, other transformed survivors emerged from hiding, joining forces with me to resist our invaders. We became known as the Xenomorphic Avengers, committed to eradicating these abominations wherever they appeared. Our numbers grew rapidly, thanks largely to word of mouth spreading among the newly altered populace. And with each victory, hope blossomed anew within our hearts. We developed unique strategies to combat the enemy's xenomorphic traits, capitalizing on their vulnerabilities to exploit their strengths against cumbersome technology. Their adaptive bodies allowed them to regenerate quickly when damaged, and their mastery of genetic manipulation rendered many Earthborn weapons useless. However, this seemingly insurmountable edge did not go unnoticed by my comrades and me. With relentless effort, we found ways to counteract their natural advantages. Gradually, our tactics evolved, along with our increasing understanding of both sides' capabilities. By studying captured samples of various xenomorph species, we discovered weak points in their physiology. Vital organs located closer to the surface in certain areas due to differences in atmospheric pressure and radiation levels between our planets. This information proved essential in designing weapons tailored specifically for targeting these vital spots, effectively disabling and ultimately destroying entire hives of the creatures. Slowly but surely, our tide began to turn. Every small success drove home the idea that defeat didn't need to be permanent, that we could push back and eventually reclaim our world. More and more individuals volunteered to join the resistance, swelling our ranks and bolstering morale. Together, we crafted elaborate guerrilla campaigns and surprise attacks that kept the xenomorphs off balance. With persistence and bravery, we retook city after city, liberating countless innocents from their rule. Through it all, my resolve never faltered, nor did that of my fellow warriors. Despite the atrocious conditions we face daily, witnessing the suffering inflicted upon humankind served as motivation rather than discouragement. In fact, nothing spurred our efforts quite like the scenes we encountered when finally retaking urban centers. Mass graves, concentration camps, cities reduced to ruins. The magnitude of our adversaries' evil deeds appalled even seasoned fighters like ourselves. These brutal testaments of mankind's resilience renewed determination across the front lines. At long last, it all came to a head. As the conflict neared its apocalyptic conclusion, the two primary factions of extraterrestrial humanity needed more than ever before. Though exhausted, our spirits remained high, knowing that the final blow was within reach. I led several of the most skilled and experienced members on a mission directly to the heart of enemy territory, their breeding facility deep beneath the Earth's crust. To ensure maximum impact, my team executed a carefully coordinated three-pronged attack, striking simultaneously at key locations within the complex. Sparks flew as we engaged heavily armored sentinels guarding sensitive infrastructure critical to the Xenomorph's survival. The fierce battle ended when the central core of the facility was compromised. Hundreds of eggs containing the next generation of our foes met their demise, extinguishing any chance of an immediate recovery from such devastating losses. The unexpected tripartite strike caught the enemy completely off guard. Unprepared for multiple simultaneous assaults, they suffered catastrophic casualties throughout their defenses. The sudden collapse of their security measures provided the perfect opportunity for ground troops fighting across the globe to push forward and deal decisive strikes against remaining strongholds. Overwhelmed by this multi-directional onslaught, the already shaky command structure broke apart entirely as chaos consumed their operations. In an attempt to rally the remainder of his army, the Supreme Commander himself personally intervened during the pivotal battle over Europe. His arrival heralded a showdown of epic proportions, featuring the most powerful figures from either side facing off amid legions of loyal soldiers and mutated warriors. Fiery energies illuminated the night sky, casting the region in ominous shadows, while explosions rocked the landscape from horizon to horizon. Such intense clashes rarely occur during conflicts of this scale, serving only to illustrate the urgency with which each group fought for dominance. My fellow Avengers joined me in challenging the Dread Lord. Our combined might matched him despite individual differences in strategy and techniques. One-on-one battles raged across, their chances of turning the tables once again through sheer force of numbers or some other advantage. They knew that if they were to have any future at all, their fate rested squarely on defeating humanity. And so, our struggle continued for many more years, perhaps centuries. A bloody dance between advanced civilizations desperate to retain what little solace remained. Eventually, after much hardship and sacrifice, new heroes emerged among our descendants, ones who inherited our passion for justice and drive for progress. Employing innovative concepts gleaned from the remnants of ancient technologies, they revolutionized traditional forms of conflict resolution, breaking free from the endless cycle of violence. These visionary leaders established formalized systems of arbitration based on reason and diplomacy. Both species gradually learned that coexistence promised better outcomes than constant aggression. We recognized that though we would never forget our tragic past, forgiveness had become crucial to ensuring stability going forward. A tenuous peace settled over the galaxy as humans and hybridized aliens grew accustomed to working together toward common goals instead of tearing one another apart. Scientists collaborated on developing sustainable methods for resource management and environmental preservation. Cultural exchange programs encouraged mutual understanding, emphasizing the interconnectedness of life beyond borders. Space exploration initiatives were jointly undertaken, embracing a shared sense of purpose in discovering the mysteries hidden amongst the stars. Generations passed with relative harmony between former enemies until even tales of the Great War became distant echoes, reverberating throughout history. In time, all that remained were fables chronicling how a determined people led by stalwart protectors rose above fear and hatred to build a brighter tomorrow. From the ashes of conflict, unity had arisen, offering proof positive that even under extreme circumstances, the indomitable spirit of humankind refused to succumb entirely to darkness. And there you have it, readers. The complete account of those fateful events that engulfed our world for so many long years. This saga has been relayed through countless generations by storytellers like myself, keeping alive the memories of ordinary individuals transformed into exceptional warriors, both human and hybrid. By sharing these narratives, we pay homage to everyone involved in that great struggle, honoring them as champions deserving admiration and respect. The price paid for securing a fragile balance between diverse peoples remains etched deeply onto the pages of our collective history. Let us strive always to heed lessons garnered from the past and apply them wisely in shaping a safer, kinder universe. After all, we are the inheritors of hope, charged with guiding civilization down paths leading to brighter futures. May we continue passing wisdom from one generation to the next without fail. May our legacy inspire unwavering courage in times ahead, spurring further progress along the endless journey of our cosmic odyssey. For just $3 a month, you can have your name featured in my YouTube videos and descriptions. Not only will you be supporting my channel, but you'll also be immortalized in the credits of my content. If you're looking for something a bit more personalized, consider becoming a $25 a month patron. I'll voice your stories and bring them to life on my channel. Create a special drawing just for you, or even write a unique story tailored to your interests. So don't hesitate. Join my patron community today and help me keep the spooky stories coming. And remember, together we can save each other from the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for your support.